Hi, I'm Karen, 34 years old, and let me tell you about the battle I fought with the most toxic mother-in-law you could ever imagine. Trust me, he'll want to stick around to hear how this ends. The twins were finally asleep. I collapsed onto the couch, exhausted from another chaotic day. Just as I started to relax, my phone buzzed. Michael, my husband, texted yet again. "I'm so sorry, honey. Another late meeting. This project is critical. I'll make it up to you this weekend." I sighed, typing back, "It's okay. I miss you though." It was the truth. Between his endless business trips and late nights, I was practically raising our 5-year-old twins on my own. And then the doorbell rang. My heart sank. Not again. Peeking through the window, I saw her, Monica, my mother-in-law, standing there with her signature scowl. I opened the door reluctantly. "Karen, why aren't you answering your phone? And why is there a toy in the driveway? That's dangerous." "It's 8 p.m., Monica. The kids are asleep." Well, if you were a more organized mother, they'd be in bed by 7:30, when Michael was little. "Monica," I interrupted, my patience thin. "We've talked about this. Please don't show up unannounced." Before she could launch into another lecture, my phone rang. It was Sarah, my old work friend and a much-needed lifeline. "Karen, you're not going to believe this," Sarah said, her voice buzzing with excitement. "Thompson and Brooks is hiring. Senior Marketing Director. This could be your comeback." Later that week, I met Sarah for coffee. "I miss work so much," I admitted, stirring my latte. "The twins are in kindergarten now. It feels like the perfect time." "Of course it is. Remember that campaign you led? Increase sales by 40%. You're wasting your talent at home." Just as I started to feel hopeful, the door jingled, and in walked Barbara, Monica's best friend. "Great. Karen, fancy seeing you here." Barbara sneered. "Monica mentioned you were neglecting those poor babies to job hunt." I rolled my eyes, my phone buzzing again. This time, it was my sister Rachel. "Don't let her get to you. Remember last month?" Ah, yes, last month. The school incident. Monica had tried to pick up the twins without my permission, throwing a fit about her so-called grandmother's rights. That memory still made my blood boil. "You're making a mistake," Monica declared during her next uninvited visit. "Michael works so hard to provide for you. Your children need their mother at home." I squared my shoulders. My children need a happy, fulfilled mother. And Michael supports my decision. Her eyes narrowed. "We'll see about that." I ignored her, updating my resume, scheduling interviews, and finally getting the call. "Mrs. Thompson would like to meet you next Tuesday," the recruiter said. "Senior Marketing Director." I hung up, my hands trembling with excitement. Rachel agreed to watch the twins, and Sarah helped me pick out the perfect outfit. "You've got this," Sarah said firmly. "Don't let Monica hold you back." Little did I know, Monica and Barbara were already scheming to sabotage everything I'd worked for. That evening, Monica called. Her voice screeched through the phone as I ironed my suit. "Going back to work is the most selfish thing you could do, Karen. Michael's job requires him to travel, and those babies need their mother." "The twins are thriving in kindergarten," I replied calmly, "and Michael supports my decision." "Oh, does he?" she hissed. "We'll see what he says when he finds out you're abandoning his children." I hung up, shaking. Michael was out of town for a week-long conference, and his absence always emboldened her. "Rachel, are you sure you can watch the twins Tuesday?" I asked, pacing. "Stop worrying," Rachel reassured me. "They'll have a blast. Monica won't even know where to find them." The next morning, my phone buzzed. A frantic text from Sarah. "Karen, heads up. Barbara was bragging at the office about teaching you a lesson. She knows about your interview." My stomach dropped. Of course, Barbara. She worked in HR at Thompson and Brooks. That afternoon, Monica showed up again, smug as ever. "I know all about your little interview. Barbara told me everything." Monica sneered, crossing her arms. I shot back. "This is none of your business." "Everything about my son's children is my business," she snapped. "I've already spoken to a lawyer about my rights." My stomach tightened. "What lawyer? What rights?" "You'll see, grandparents have rights too, and when you abandon these children for your selfish career, get out of my house, Monica. Now." She smirked as if she'd already won. "You really should answer your phone more often. Michael's been trying to reach you." I checked my phone. Nothing. Another manipulation tactic. Later, Sarah called, her voice tense. Karen, I overheard Barbara on the phone. She was talking about some lawyer named Jenkins. He's known for aggressive custody battles. I Googled him. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. This wasn't a bluff. Monica was escalating. Tuesday morning arrived. I dropped the twins off at Rachel's, triple-checked my portfolio, and arrived at Thompson and Brooks a full 30 minutes early. The receptionist smiled. Mrs. Thompson will see you now. The interview was going better than I could have hoped. Mrs. Thompson nodded, impressed. Your previous campaigns are remarkable. Why the 5-year gap? I chose to stay home with my twins until they started school. I explained confidently. Then the door burst open. 2 police officers entered, followed by Monica, hysterical and pointing at me. That's her. She's taken my grandbabies. She's trying to flee the state. Mrs. Thompson's jaw dropped. Excuse me? My children are with my sister. I stammered, pulling out my phone. I can prove it. One officer stepped forward. Ma'am, we received a report of potential child endangerment and kidnapping. She's keeping them from their father. Monica wailed. Michael doesn't even know where they are. My hands trembled as I called Rachel. This couldn't be happening. 5 years of Monica's interference had led to this moment, but I never imagined she'd go this far. Minutes later, Rachel arrived with the twins in tow. They ran to me, hugging my legs tightly. I'm your aunt and authorized caregiver, Rachel said, handing over documents. I have texts from both Karen and Michael confirming the arrangement. The officers reviewed the paperwork while Monica's dramatic act started to crumble. Ma'am, one officer said firmly, filing a false police report is a serious offense. Mrs. Thompson cleared her throat, her expression unreadable. I think we're done here, Karen. Given today's disruption, we'll be pursuing other candidates. Back home, Michael finally called. Karen, what's going on? Mom's hysterical, saying you're trying to kidnap the kids. Your mother just destroyed my job opportunity. She called the police during my interview. She was just worried about the kids. Stop defending her, Michael. This has to end. That evening, Sarah called with shocking news. Remember Michael's ex, Jessica? I found her on Facebook. You need to hear her story. The next day, I met Jessica over coffee. Her face was pale but determined. Monica did the same thing to me, she revealed. She convinced Michael I was cheating, spread rumors at my workplace. I had to leave town to escape her harassment. My jaw tightened. How many others? At least 3 that I know of. There's a whole support group. I spent the next week gathering evidence. Monica had tried accessing the twins' school records using Barbara's HR connections. She told our neighbors I was mentally unstable and started rumors at Michael's company about our marriage. Michael, you need to see this. I laid out everything. Jessica's story, school incident reports, screenshots of Monica's texts. Michael's face went pale. Mom did all this? To Jessica, too. She's not protecting the twins, Michael. She's trying to control everything. That night, Sarah called again. Karen, Barbara just got caught falsifying HR records. She was trying to block your application, but they found more. Years of manipulation, blocked promotions, leaked personal information. Michael finally confronted Monica. How could you do this? To Karen, to Jessica, to all of them. I was protecting you, she screamed. These women aren't good enough for you. No, Mom, you're the one who isn't good enough. Stay away from my family. After everything I'd done for you, that woman has turned you against me. Karen showed me the truth. We're done, Mom. Don't contact us again. Later that night, Michael held me close. I'm so sorry I didn't see it sooner. All those years. I started a detailed log of every interaction with Monica. Rachel helped me install security cameras, and Sarah connected me with a support group for victims of toxic in-laws. We're building a case, my lawyer explained. If she continues harassing you, we'll be ready. As I lay in bed that night, staring at the ceiling, I felt an unfamiliar sense of peace. Monica's web of lies was unraveling, and this time I wasn't afraid. I had the truth, the proof, and most importantly, Michael finally saw his mother's true nature. Whatever Monica planned next, we were ready. After the Thompson and Brooks disaster, I decided to bet on myself. 6 months later, my marketing consultancy was thriving. Mrs. Parker from Latitude Brands called. They want to double their contract, my assistant announced, beaming. I smiled, still amazed at how far I'd come. My phone buzzed. It was Sarah. Karen, turn on the local news. Barbara's scandal just exploded. The reporter's voice filled my office. Barbara Mitchell and Monica Wilson are under investigation for extensive financial fraud. Sources reveal the two used their positions to embezzle funds from multiple companies over the last decade. Before I could process, Michael's brother Tom called next. Karen, I just saw the news. I had no idea Mom was involved in Barbara's schemes. All these years she told me you were the problem. She manipulated everyone, Tom, I said gently. I know that now, he admitted, his voice heavy. I found the letters she hid. Birthday cards, Christmas presents for the kids. She intercepted everything, claiming you and Michael didn't want us in contact. Later that week, our lawyer updated us on Monica's situation. She's been caught helping Barbara funnel money through fake consulting contracts. The fraud investigation also uncovered the false police reports, harassment, and her attempts to access private records, he explained. Michael squeezed my hand. Good, she needs to face consequences. Watching Monica's carefully constructed world crumble was surreal. Her country club membership was revoked, her church committee positions eliminated, and her friends avoided her calls. She's selling her house, Tom reported. Moving to Arizona. Nobody here will associate with her anymore. Meanwhile, my business continued to flourish. I landed major contracts, hired more staff, and even opened a second office. Mommy, look. The twins ran in, holding their school awards. We got highest marks in art and math. That's amazing. Should we show Daddy when he gets home? Yes, and can we have pizza to celebrate? The doorbell rang. It was Linda, Monica's former neighbor. Monica asked me to give you this letter, Linda said hesitantly. She's filing for bankruptcy. Says she's changed and wants to make amends. I took the sealed envelope. Thank you, Linda. But no, thank you. I placed the letter in the trash. Some bridges can't be rebuilt. That night, the twins, pajama-clad, begged for one more story before bed. As I tucked them in, I glanced at Monica's unopened letter. Some people never change, but I had. I was no longer the scared daughter-in-law desperate for approval. I built something beautiful, a thriving business, a stronger marriage, happy children, and a life free from toxic influence. What would you do if you discovered your mother-in-law's protective behavior was actually a pattern of destroying every relationship in her son's life? Would you expose her immediately or gather evidence first, like I did? Let me know in the comments. I'm especially curious to hear from those who've dealt with toxic in-laws who tried to control their children's lives. Have you ever experienced someone weaponizing grandparents' rights? This story came to an end, but there are countless others of people standing up to toxic family members. If you want to hear more about how others overcame similar situations, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Your support helps us share stories that many are too afraid to tell. Stay strong, because sometimes the family you need to cut off is the one you married into. Drop it if you agree.